guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time coming. I don't remember the last time I recorded a video, but your girl is back. Well, she's gonna try and be back consistently, and yeah, I've got nothing else to do, to be honest, so I've got no excuse, literally no excuses. So the purpose of today's video is to literally kind of catch up with you guys, to find out how you guys are doing during this whole COVID-19 epidemic that we're going through, and just to kind of share some tips with you, because I've realised that I've been struggling in terms of like just getting on with my normal like routine in terms of my workouts and stuff and eating healthy. Like, it's been a lot, like, bruh, it's mad. So, and I know I can't be the only one feeling this way, so I thought I'd come on here and just basically talk to you guys and give you some tips on how I'm basically trying to manage sticking to my normal routine and being on track with my workout goals. So yeah, let's get into it. Tip number one is meal prep. So nothing has changed. Like, I was meal prepping before, so I should still be meal prepping now. So if that's you, meal prep. If you haven't even started meal prepping, or you've never done it before, I think now's the best time to do it. So literally prep all your meals in advance for the week or for a few days, because bro, we're at home now, so we can't use time as an excuse not to be able to cook, because we have a lot of time on our hands, because the majority of us are working from home. I mean, if you aren't working from home, then obviously your circumstances are different, but if you are someone who is working from home, or who is at home a lot more now than you was before, I think now is the best time to meal prep. So I would advise prepping your meals in blocks of 3. So cook 3 days worth of foods, and then on the 4th day cook the rest for the rest of the week, and then do it that way. Get really creative with your food, so spice it up a bit. Try recipes you've never tried before. Get really creative. Yesterday I made jollof spaghetti, and it bangs. If you're thinking jollof spaghetti, I know, but it was literally lit, and it's not everyday rice in it, so I thought I'd try something different, and I actually really liked it. And to be honest, I only did that because I've been at home, and I thought, let me kind of get a bit creative and excited in the kitchen and see what else I can rustle up, and I did that and it worked. So yeah, meal prep is definitely something that I would advise. If you do want to know more about meal prep, I'm probably going to do another video separately anyway, to kind of talk about meal prep in a lot more depth, because you know, your girl is the meal prep queen. But yeah, so meal prep. So point number 2 is reduce temptation. Reduce it. Like, you don't need to be going to the shops to be buying what's it. Reduce temptation. So when you are doing your shops and stuff, I know it might be hard, but try not to stock up on loads of treats and snacks and stuff that on a normal day you wouldn't even eat, just because you're going to be at home. Or if you do, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever have it, so it's just about balance and having them out of sight. So try not to go through like a whole bag of a multi-pack of what's-its in a day, or a whole bag of custard creams. Like, try to reduce temptation as much as you can. So for me, I'm going to be honest, I'm not someone who has I don't know what balance means when it comes to eating foods that I like. So I can't buy a pack of custard creams and say that I'm only going to eat 2 and eat the rest later. It's not happening. Who am I kidding? So I just won't buy it. So if you know what you're like. So if you know that you are someone that finds it hard to kind of like resist temptation, I just say literally out of sight, out of mind. So I'd rather just not have it at all. So yeah, tip number 2 is reduce temptation. Tip number 3 is being more mindful with your food options. So for example, now is the best time more than ever to take care of your health. Like, your health is so important, and I feel like right now we really need to be very mindful and just take better measures when it comes to putting stuff into our body. So try to have a very balanced, healthy diet. Right now, you need to be consuming a lot more fruits, a lot more veg, and I know that it is hard to kind of get things in stock. So what I would advise you to do is get things that have longer shelf life. So for example, if we're talking about fruits, stuff like bananas, apples, grapefruit, what else? Oranges, clementines, they all have long shelf lives, so they're fruits that you can buy that you don't really need to get every single day, and they will probably last you about a week. I would advise for you to go for those types of fruits as opposed to like your berries and strawberries, which usually after like 2-3 days start to go off. Also in terms of vegetables, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, potatoes, yam, plantain, they're all things, again, that have longer shelf life. So they're not things that you need, that when you buy them, you know, you have to consume within a week. My advice is go for things that are healthy, but also that have a long shelf life. Because like I said, I know that it's hard for everyone to kind of be able to get things in stock. And in the current climate that we're at, it's not advised for you to literally go to the supermarket every single day. So to avoid all of that, I'd say get things that do have a longer shelf life. Also stuff like bulgur wheat, couscous, brown rice, brown pasta. I mean, there's so much foods that you can eat, literally, which are beneficial and healthy for you, that do have long shelf lives. So if you're someone who eats them, like, so for example, all the things I've mentioned are currently part of my normal diet anyway, so in that sense nothing's really changed. But those are the options that are available to you, and that I do advise for you to consume. Tip number 4 is stay hydrated. Right, so I've been, well, before this all happened, I was setting myself up a challenge to drink a gallon of water a day. But with this really massive bottle from Amazon, and I fill up every day, and it's got like the timer, and I was drinking it, and it was really good, and I was loving it. And then this happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be a shortage of water, so I shouldn't really be drinking as much, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, stay hydrated. A lot of the time, people think they're hungry, and they're not actually hungry, they're just thirsty. So staying hydrated is very, very key. And it should also kind of curb the snacking. So what I tend to do is after I eat a meal, I drink green tea or I drink water. And if it's in between meals and I know that I'm not really hungry and I'm just kind of eating out of boredom or because there's nothing else to do, again, I'll opt for a green tea or I drink some water. So I'd say staying hydrated is very key and very important, and also will help with curbing the cravings and the snacking. So yeah. Tip number 5 is staying active. See these gums? So yeah, tip number 5, staying active. Like, there's literally no excuse, guys, because you can literally work out at home. Like, there's so many great, amazing people on Instagram right now who are doing free live workouts. I'm one of them. So I've done a few live videos. I'm going live every day doing different workouts, and they're easy to follow. Like, you don't necessarily need gym equipment. And obviously we do, as a trainer, we do understand that not everyone has access to equipment at home. So a lot of the workouts I'm putting out there are quite home friendly. So I'm advising people to work out with water bottles, bags of rice, tinned goods, watermelons if you've got them. Anything literally at home that adds resistance and that's quite heavy, you can literally use at home. And again, you don't even need the resistance. You can do bodyweight exercises, which requires nothing at all, just some space. So staying active, again, is definitely something that I would recommend during this period and should help you stay on track. Tip number 5 is staying productive. So literally for me, I feel like the universe has been speaking to me in the sense of everything's falling into alignment, because even though I'm working from home or I'm stuck at home, I'm literally able to tick off like things that are on my to-do list for this year. So for example, like one of my main goals this year was to grow and expand my brand online, to set up just a lot of online things, which I know I probably would have put off and I hadn't really started to do. But now I'm forced to do it because there's nothing else for me to do, literally. So that's helping me stay productive, and I still feel like I'm taking off the things that I set to do this year. Also, another one of my goals this year was to focus on like self-care a lot more and kind of spend more time with myself and like treat myself better. And again, like this whole situation has kind of forced me to do that. So I'm sleeping better because, again, there's nothing else to do. I'm doing things that on a normal day I'd kind of brush off to the side, like doing my hair, washing my hair, like doing skincare routines, and just they're such little things, but I'm actually doing them, and it's making me stay productive because I still feel like I'm actually just doing stuff and I'm not just aimlessly watching Netflix. And there's nothing wrong with watching Netflix, but someone like me who's like a binge whore, I kind of binge through shows normally anyway, so I feel like I've practically watched everything on Netflix, so there's nothing else to do. So I'm trying to find other ways to stay productive and to do productive things. So sis, bro, if you wanted to start a business this year and you've put yourself off, do that business, write that business plan. If you wanted to launch something, start working on that launch. Like, there's just so many things that we can do right now because we have a lot more time on our hands. If you want to read, start reading more. Like, literally just get into your creative bag and just do all the things that you said you were going to do that you kind of never had time for. I feel like now's the perfect time to be productive and to do that. So yeah. And my last and final tip is, tip number 6, is to take short breaks. So if you are working from home and you're consistently stuck on your computer all day, every day, working from home, take short breaks. Like, they literally will help you become more productive. Even like when you're binging a show, like I feel like after a while, it gets a bit too much and becomes a bit too overwhelming. So take a break, walk up and down the corridor. I know there's nowhere to go, but literally go to the toilet, I don't know, open the window, make a phone call, but just whatever you are doing, take short breaks. I feel like it will give your brain a break and allow you to have more mental capacity to do the thing that you are setting out to do. So yeah, that's about it for me, guys. So those are my 6 tips on how to kind of stick towards your goals and be on track during this COVID-19 epidemic, pandemic, whatever the word is. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, hopefully, no, not hopefully, I am back now. So I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Hi.